a real leak? Or is this more likely just a guess, like everybody else has? What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Slackers, or at least according to the IGN article I read, that is my name. So, yeah, I know I'm a little late to discussing this, but I only do one of these type of videos per week unless something absolutely ginormous drops like later in the week, and then I'll cover it. But Tuesdays are usually the news sort of day for me. So, if you don't know what this is, where this Min Min and Ninjara, Ryu Hayabusa, Doom Guy, Rayman, Sephiroth, and Steve, if you don't know what this is referring to, well, this has been getting a lot of attention over the past couple weeks since Sephiroth got revealed, right? So there is this post from Monday, May 11th, that is making the rounds of people claiming this is the leaked list. This is the leaked characters for Fighters Pass 2. Why is that? The only reason it has credibility is because it has Min Min, even though it guesses Min Min and Ninjara. So that's kind of odd right there. Why are you guessing two ARMS characters? Kind of a red flag right off the bat, but we'll continue. So then it guesses Ryu Hayabusa, Doom Guy, Rayman, Sephiroth, and Steve. So the reason this has credibility is because it got Sephiroth and Steve. Now, couple points here. So this thread is made on people predicting. It's made on people predicting the rest of Fighters Pass 2. Remember, this is back in May, so at the only time we only knew an ARMS character was coming. We didn't know who, so people are throwing around ideas left and right, and they're all crazy, right? So that's one thing. This is a thread where people predicted or said who they wanted, so that's why this is getting attention. Another thing is that kind of makes this a little... In my opinion, if you were gonna leak something, aren't you gonna do it in order? Aren't you gonna, like, really make yourself, stand out? Aren't you gonna leak the order that these characters are supposedly gonna get released in? So yes, we knew ARMS was coming, which is why ARMS is at the top of everybody's list, correct? Okay. So why is Hayabusa number 2? Why is Doom Guy number 3? Why is Rayman 4? Rayman 4 could happen, but why is Sephiroth 5 and Steve number 6? Why isn't Steve the second one on this list? Why isn't Sephiroth the third one on this list? There's some stuff that you look at it and you go, okay, look, it has correct guesses. Cool, I will give you that. I will give you it's got correct guesses. But like most people say, I can make a list and I'm bound to get something right. So like for all we know, this predictions list right here, this could only have 3 out of the final 6 characters. We might not get Doom Guy, we might not get Hayabusa, and we might not get Rayman. So it all depends on the next character, but yeah. So I couldn't find it for the life of me, and I tried for like 20-30 minutes. I swear, I was looking everywhere for some sort of source. So I don't have it, so I can't show you. But people, I'm sure most people are going to remember this. Think back to Fighters Pass 1. There was a specific thread, again, where somebody, a lot of people, again, very similar to this type of thread, were predicting or saying who their more wanted characters were for Fighters Pass 1. And somebody in particular, again, I couldn't find the thread, I apologize, but somebody in particular listed Hero, the Dragon Quest guy, the Banjo-Kazooie, and then I think it was like Doomslayer, and I think Ryu Hayabusa was on that list as well. But up until a certain point, they got Hero and Banjo, and the reason people were focusing on that is because the person listed all 4 correct alts of the hero that we ended up getting. Of course, later that came out, the same person did say that it was only predictions. That's all it was. It wasn't a leak, and of course, we since come to know it wasn't a leak because Doom Guy and Ryu Hayabusa are not playable characters, at least as of this moment of the recording. So, these predictions happen all the time. So when somebody finds this random thing that has a few correct guesses, and they go, all right, this has to be leaked. Hold your horses. This is Super Smash Brothers we're talking about. Do you know anything about Smash Bros? Do you know anything about speculation? Do you know anything about leaks? Yeah, all right, okay. Just chill, okay? So, the only other reason that this thing is getting any sort of attention, and I'll bring it up real quick, but remember this, the leak... Okay, hello. But anybody remember the leaked credible list? I made a video on this last week and a couple weeks before that, actually a couple months before that. But it had a bunch of characters that was the supposed list was from that Nintendo presented to Sakurai, and it had everything on there so far This list is all correct except for it's missing the ARMS character, which is a whole different topic entirely, but I'm not going to jump into that. Maybe I can make a different video on why the ARMS characters are missing, because it actually makes total sense, but again, it has every single character so far. So people are starting to tie this supposed list that was handed to Sakurai with these guesses. Why? Because again, Ryu Hayabusa, Doomguy, and Rayman happen to be on that supposed Nintendo list. So everyone's like, this has to be credible, right? So I guess if you're gonna believe one thing, you better double down and believe another one, right? You have to. Otherwise, you can't believe in one thing and not believe in another when it's essentially saying the exact same thing. So, but to me, this is just pure speculation. All right, when somebody, if this has ever happened, somebody, please let me know. But I'm 99.99% sure this has never happened. When has the entirety of DLC ever been leaked beforehand for Smash Bros? Never, that's right. Nobody's ever leaked the entirety of a pass before. Maybe one, maybe two characters in advance at the most. But we've never gotten the whole thing. So you're going to tell me, back on Monday, May 11th, 2020, that this random post from Anonymous, where the thread, keep in mind, the topic of this thread is to predict the rest of the Fighters Pass. And again, the order's not correct, and they predict Min Min and Ninjara. Kind of a red flag, but I'm just saying, like, it's Smash Bros, okay? We know this stuff happens all the time. We love to jump to conclusions. The community will they love to find somewhere that they can latch onto, whether it's because correct predictions, or more than likely it's going to be the case that people they see a predicted list with correct guesses. They're not guesses, they're just, hey, this is what I want. People will see that and go, ooh, I like characters on that list. And so far it's right. This has to be a leak, this has to be real, because I want it to be real. In Smash Bros, when has that ever happened, right? When has that ever happened where we get the favorable, the front runners, we'll call them, right? Doomguy's a front runner, has been for a long time. Even though Bethesda and Nintendo, they said the talks really went nowhere, right? That was a thing that I've talked about here on this channel. Bethesda and Nintendo have talked Smash Bros, but Bethesda has come out and since said those talks went nowhere. Or is it Nintendo that said that? One of the two companies pretty much said that went nowhere, all right? And do we have a little bit more evidence because we ended up getting the Vault Guy Mii costume? Is this all kind of disconfirming Doomguy, like as a rep altogether? So I'm just saying, like, there's things that are kind of against Doomguy in this case. You could again kind of make a case against Rayman. Sure, he's already in the game as a spirit, but hey, yes, I know Min Min. I'm just saying, you could make a case. I'm not saying it's a strong one, but you could make a case for why all three of these remaining characters are not in at this point. So, overall, it's a fun list. It's fun to predict, right? It's fun to predict. Like, I'll put it this way. If I would have made a video back on May 11th, and I would have predicted Min Min, and I would have predicted Steve and Sephiroth, even if it wasn't in the correct order, if I just predicted 6 characters and those were 3 of them, that video, if I would have made it, would be blowing up right now because of my correct predictions. And then I'd have to come out and say, they're not, I don't have insider information. These are legitimately just guesses. They're predictions. They're what I would like to see. That's what this kind of screams to me. Again, it could be real. It could be real. Just like the Sakurai list. Just like this one. If the next character happens to be on this list, then it has a little bit more credibility. If the next character happens to be Doomguy, I don't think so. Or Ryu Hayabusa, I do think has a chance. Or Rayman, 50-50. If it happens to be on this, then again, people are going to come back and talk about this again and again until it's disproven. So, like, that's all I got for this one. I just wanted to kind of talk on this. I wouldn't have talked about this, but on the last video I did last Tuesday, I had quite a few people that were like, yo, check this out. You should talk about this. And this is what they were referring to, so I'm just kind of saying that, is this a guess, or is this a correct leak? More than likely, this is just a guess, a prediction. This isn't spoiling nothing. You happen to guess the correct characters. Congratulations. It happens. Like I was saying back with the first Fighter's Pass, where the person correctly guessed all 4 hero alternate skins, and then Banjo-Kazooie, and then we turned out as a prediction. We already covered that. So I'm just saying this is more than likely a predictions list. So I wouldn't read too much into it, because just when you think you have Super Smash Bros. Figured out, when you think you have that fan theory, when you think you're on the right path, Nintendo goes and automatically makes a left-hand turn, and you had no idea there was even a left-hand turn coming. You had no idea. There was no sign saying, hey, next character, get off here. You had no idea. You kept going straight, and Smash Bros. Is over here like, ha, you look like you're a... Yeah, well, okay. But anyway, that is all I'm going to talk about for this one. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to know how many people do believe this. Alright, so let me know if you believe this list or not. I'm firmly in the camp this is just a guess. For now. So, anyway, that is all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.